Follow me to my house, I'll follow you back. Driving home yesterday and I needed to change lanes, so I could make a right turn in a couple of blocks. I checked my mirror and hit my turn signal. Well, the guy that was back a couple car lengths speeds up to try and block me in the left lane. Sorry, but I'm coming over. The guy lays on his horn for half a block. I laugh and wave. I even use all my fingers, not just a middle one, so the guy follows me for the next mile and turns into my neighborhood behind me. Not unusual since there are some apartments there. He follows me for a couple more turns and I start paying attention. The last two turns he would only make if he lived on the same street. Still, I have a couple neighbors that drive the same kind of car, so not too worried. When the guy drives past my house to the end of the block and turns the corner, I know he was just *king with me. Well, shit. Now he knows where I live and what I drive. I know nothing other than it's a guy driving a Subaru. Narrows it way down right. So I back out of my driveway and back around the corner. Sure enough, here he comes around the block and back out of the neighborhood. At this point, I decide to give the guy a taste of his own medicine and start following him. He jumps on the main road and heads north. I follow the guy for about 5 miles to the next town. He's driving okay and I'm keeping a safe distance, but on his tail enough that he knows I'm there. I have been watching him gesturing with his hands and swerving a little, not bad though, so I figure he's talking on the phone. I'm hoping he don't have a bunch of friends waiting wherever he's headed, but he also has a temp tag and I still couldn't identify a thing other than the make of the car, so I keep going. He heads through a light and onto Main Street, and at that point I know he's on the phone with 911. Perfect. Sure enough, the guy pulls up to the police station and into a parking space. I roll up right next to the guy and hop out to go talk. He won't even look at me, so I stick my phone camera in his windshield and take a picture of the dude. Just then a cop walks up behind me and starts asking why I'm following the guy and videoing him. 2 more cops show up and start asking me a bunch of questions too. So I explained that he followed me first. They go over all the things that could go wrong with me following someone. So I go over all the things that could go wrong without me following him, and that I was glad he came to them, because now, even though I don't know who he is, they do and he knows it. So now I don't have to worry about him coming by my house later. They were all telling me how shook up the guy was, that he was pretty scared lol. I told them to let him know that following people to their homes probably wasn't the best activity for him. They agreed.